Welcome. I love that Ask Brien theme song. You know, it used to be used years ago in some show, can't remember, but it's a great theme song. Anyway, here we are on Ask Brien and KHTS, and my co-host, Patty. We have a wonderful guest coming on. He's going to be very instrumental in helping people. He's got a background in a lot of different internet areas. The main area right now he's focused on is Amazon. His name is Adam Ginsberg, and we'll be having him on shortly. Before we go there, just wanted to go over a couple things for people that haven't listened to the show. So the Ask Brien Radio Show is basically goes with the Ask Brien website, and that's Brien with a E, ASKBRIEN.com. We're in the process right now of revising the site and making it a lot better. It's going to be a lot more user-friendly. We just signed a contract today with a new developer in San Diego, so it's going to be really cool. They're basically very focused on usability, engagement, and creating the systems that we need. And we have as it grows and as it gets out there, we'll show you. But basically, Ask Brien is a website where people can go. If they've got a business problem, they can ask a question to a specific expert, get a specific answer. They can watch a video on a specific subject. They can go and read an ebook. Basically anything you need, and the podcast, obviously, anything you need to learn about a business. And that's what it came about for. My co-founder and I created it. She's no longer working on the radio show anymore, but she was an inspiration with it, and I'm just very excited about it, but I'm more excited about our guest, and I can't wait to delve in. So, Patty, you got any comments or anything? What do you want to say?
I'm excited. You know, internet marketing is a great, exciting field, and I think it's growing every day. I love the Ask Brien site as it's something that is a invaluable free resource for business owners, from simple topics to a little bit more advanced topics. So it is a fantastic way for people to tap into information and resources that they wouldn't otherwise have without paying for it. So it's a fantastic template.
One thing I do have to say, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
Yes.
And any other holidays you're celebrating.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, absolutely. I'm running a little slow today. I was up late last night because I went to the Magic Castle last night and didn't get home till after 12, so I didn't get my 8 hours of sleep, so I'm on a little slow. But a very exciting, memorable night, for sure.
Well, did anything disappear?
Lots of things disappeared. That did not. Well, actually, yes, kind of. We had dinner there, and a lot of my wallet left. But it was a great fun night. Yeah, we were celebrating a birthday, so it was good stuff. But yeah, super excited to have Adam here today. How to learn how to make money on Amazon. Entrepreneurs, young and old, can benefit from this information, and I know a lot of young people online making lots of money doing things in internet marketing. So very excited to hear what he has to say.
Adam, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, well, I hope that wasn't too much for you. Anyway.
That was awesome.
Hi, Adam.
How are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Awesome.
Adam travels quite a bit because he's giving these seminars all across the country. I think he's got them in Orlando, Houston. I think he occasionally has them in LA once in a while. He'll tell us when they are, and we'll promote it the next time he has one out in LA. But how long have you been doing this, Adam?
I've been doing this since 2004. So making money online since 1997, but seminars and live events since 2004. So just finishing our 13th year.
So basically, back then, Google was like a baby or non-existent at that time.
Well, I think in the beginning everything was all about eBay, just because of the simplicity of being able to list an item, make a sale, sell something from your house. You know, e-commerce back then was very different. There was no PayPal. People were afraid to buy online, so the world has definitely changed. I just heard yesterday that last year was the first year that more people bought online than offline during the holiday season, and the number of people buying online is increasing at such a dramatic rate that, you know, the world is evolving and changing, and it's great to be part of it.
Do you have any products that you're selling, or just classes?
Oh no, we have a very big online business. We have products that we source with the process. We can get into product sourcing if you want, but there's probably 4 different ways we source our products, including buying wholesale, retail arbitrage, private label, and then we create our own products. I developed a protein bar that I sell that we created, so it's been awesome.
So let's take a step back. So here I am. Sure. I have nothing. I know nothing about Amazon. You know what? Everyone's making money. I want to give it a shot. What do I need to do after I go to your class?
Well, let's go back even further and just think about technology and how it's changed for a minute. You remember when everybody on a Saturday night would go out and make it a Blockbuster night, right? And they'd go rent a movie and it'd be from Blockbuster. Today, Blockbuster is out of business and everybody watches Netflix. And so it was where people would sell online and they do it different ways. Now it's really all about Amazon. I mean, 76% of all the people shopping online now are shopping on Amazon, especially during the holidays. I think the first thing is just to make the decision that you want to be in that space and you want to sell online. And as long as you can follow some strategies, which we can lay out in this call, it's really not that difficult. It just takes time to learn. It's like an adult coloring book. You know, if you could put the red in the 1, the blue in the 2, and the green in the 3, you can do it. You just have to be able to follow a set of principles. So I think the first thing is just making the decision that you want to make some extra money, and Amazon is the place to sell those products.
Well, I think all of our listeners would like to make a little extra money. It never hurts to have an extra couple of $1,000s in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this: like Peter was saying, just from the get-go, somebody wants to, he makes the decision. Yes, I want to make a couple $1,000 a month on Amazon. I don't know what product I want to sell. I don't have a resource to a product.
Right.
How do I get found on Amazon among the, I don't even know how many products are on Amazon, hundreds of thousands?
Probably millions.
Yep.
Millions, yeah.
So one of the things Amazon does that makes it so appealing is that when you list an item on Amazon for an item that already exists, so let's say that you wanted to sell, a blender or a pair of sunglasses, some item that's already selling on Amazon, you actually just attach yourself to an existing listing. So you don't need to take any pictures. You don't need to write a title. You don't need to create a description. The item is already selling on Amazon. So all we need to do is source that product and then attach ourselves to be part of that listing that's already been created. It's a very different process where we don't have to get those viewers because they're already there. People are already going to Amazon. So rather than source product and list it in the conventional sense, what we want to do is find out what's selling and then figure out where we can get what's already selling. And let me just give you one example. The other day I was in Target, and I was using a little scanning app and walking through Target just scanning barcodes and finding product that we could buy on clearance at Target for $10 that's selling on Amazon for $30. And so there's a business that everyone can be in because you don't have to be a wholesaler. You don't have to go to trade shows. You don't have to buy from Alibaba in China. You can literally go to Target, Walmart, Toys R Us, Costco, and find some products. And that's a way for somebody who's just starting without a lot of capital, because that's the other piece, right? Everybody wants to get $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, but not everybody has thousands of dollars and the time to source inventory in the conventional ways. So that retail arbitrage which is just really where you buy it at any retailer on clearance or closeout, and then resell it on Amazon, has completely changed the game in terms of how people get started.
It's so funny you say that. I was at Target about 2 weeks ago, and I saw a gentleman with his phone going around scanning things. I'm like, what is he doing? I had no idea.
I think that was me.
I should have said hello. Yeah, I had no clue that's what he was doing. I mean, I knew he was up to something. I really didn't know, but interesting.
So let's take that even a step back. Just let's dive into that a little bit. So where do you pick up this barcode thing that you're talking about? Where do
there's free ones that you can get online. The one that we use, which we share at our workshops, is one that I developed. It's called Spy Rivals, and we've been using this for several years now. In fact, I just ran a report before we got online to check. We have just under 400 students using it who have sold just over $6 million on Amazon in the last 90 days.
Wow.
As a result of this process.
Wow.
Now, some of them are doing some private label, but it's awesome to see in real time because, you could see a real spike come Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And now, it's just incredible what's been happening.
Now, the Spy Rivals, that's SPYRIVALS?
Correct.
And is that available only from you, or can you get it anywhere?
It's only available through me. We have it available on our web. Well, we don't really have it on our website. We have it at our seminars. But what I could do is create a special page, and then you could put it on your new website you're launching, which sounds exciting.
Certainly, we could have a landing page for that.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool. So you've got the Spy Rivals. You're going around. That is internet connected, correct?
It is, but any cell phone, so you don't have to be on Wi-Fi. You do have to be online. And what it'll do is it'll give you what's called an Amazon bestseller rank. So it'll tell you before you buy it whether or not it's selling. This is really important because it's easy enough to say if I buy it for 10 and sell it for 30, I can make money. But what if it never sells? Like there are some products that are listed on Amazon that have never sold. Just because they're listed doesn't mean people are buying them. So we're looking for products that have a velocity, and we use the tool as a data mining tool, right? So we want to grab the data, mine that data from Amazon, and then see what's already selling. So we know that if we're going to buy that item for 10 and sell it for 30, and we know that 11 of them are selling a day, and I'm going to buy every one that's on the shelf. But if only 1 or 2 are selling a day, I might only buy a half a dozen. And if none are selling, I'm going to move on to the next item. Most of the items, and this is important, most of the items we scan are bad deals. So it's important that we go through that process because it's not as simple as just, here's a discount, let's sell it on Amazon. We can buy a lot of inventory and send it up, and then it never sells. So it's about buying smartly and buying properly.
Well, and then also I imagine it depends on the size and bulk of the product. Certainly if it's 10 and 30, but you got to spend $25 for shipping, it's not going to help.
Yeah, I mean, Peter, you know that I probably know something or two about shipping heavy items. So I'm all about under 2 pounds. If it's not under 2 pounds, I'm out.
So there goes my pool table. All right.
There goes your pool table.
So Em, let me ask you this: Is there a certain department, if you will, within Target? Like, is it in the technology area? Is it in the home, cooking utensils? I mean, is there a certain area or certain products that tend to do better?
That's a great question. Most people, the answer is no, but most people are looking at things that they're passionate about. For me, I could care less. I just want to find a product that's selling. So I spend most of my time this time of the year in the toy section. And, somebody said to me the other day, toys aren't exciting. I said, don't play with them. Like, this isn't about, like, I'll sell lipstick. I don't wear lipstick. But, people think I'm in Southern California, so you never know, right? But I don't wear lipstick. But I'll sell it. I don't need to be passionate about it. I just, somebody was saying to me the other day, they said, it just seems laborsome that, we have to do it in Target. Because a lot of the products that are on clearance, the best ones, are not online. They're just on sale in the stores. And so they said, well, it's not real sexy to go into the stores and drive around and scan. And I said, well, it might not be sexy. But what I've found is that once you make money, then people find you sexy. So as long as you can make the money, don't worry how you're making the money. The sexy will come later.
Have you ever tried Costco?
Costco's great. Costco, Target. So there's some stores that are better in person. Toys R Us, Costco, Target, Walmart, GameStop. But online, there are some stores that are also really good, like Toys R Us and Target and Walmart, because they have deals online that they don't have offline and vice versa. Whereas Radio Shack, most people say, well, Radio Shack went out of business. Well, they closed most of their stores, but they have a thriving online business. One of the best places for product sourcing, honestly, is Bath & Body Works. A couple times a month, they have these incredible sales on candles. So you could buy a candle that sells for $25 on Amazon for $8.95 on Bath & Body Works. The important thing is there's 120 candles. So if you buy the right candles, you reorder over and over. If you get the wrong candles, everybody gets a candle for Christmas because you don't have any money, but you have a lot of candles, right? So So, you just have to make sure you do that part the right way, but it's definitely fun.
So if you're
That's
finding
just the
something
first
online, like a Walmart, like you're saying online, are those codes online that you can scan?
Well, they're not, no, but they're links you can copy. So there are UPC codes, and there's a process where you can just take it from one website and check to see if it's on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So we go through a formula, right? Well, first thing we do is we find the product, then we check to see if it's on Amazon. Then we look to see what the profit and the velocity is. And if it's not on Amazon, then it doesn't mean we can't list it on Amazon, but it means all the conventional wisdom that we already know has to happen. We have to get traffic. We have to get, people finding us. People have to know to look that it's there. That can take a couple months before you make a first sale. So if we're only selling what's already selling, then we are already further down the path. So I could list an item on Tuesday and make that sale. If I'm doing the shipping, I could do it, right away. But we highly recommend that everybody who sells on Amazon do what's called fulfillment by Amazon, which is where you send, and this is a killer app. You send all of your inventory to Amazon. Like we sent 300 items off this morning to Amazon. And you send it all to Amazon, they warehouse it, they ship it, they do the customer service, they do everything. So what allows me to do 100 seminars a year is that I don't have to be in my house in Santa Monica. I was in Orlando this morning. It doesn't matter where I'm at because Amazon is still going to sell and ship my product. I don't need overhead. I don't need employees. I don't need a warehouse. God, I used to have a 100,000 square foot warehouse when I was selling on eBay. Now I have a garage that I ship stuff off to Amazon in.
You're listening to KHTS 1220 on your AM dial and also on your FM dial shortly. So let's go back. So because you had a formula, and we've been kind of talking about different things. So I want to kind of go through your formula.
Sure.
So
the formula is 6 steps.
Okay.
Number 1 is find the product.
Okay. And
that's easy.
Okay. One is going online doing this. What are the other options besides
going in person?
Going in the stores?
No. Okay. So you can do it in stores or in person, but is there any other method other than the spy rival approach that we went over?
Well, there's other free tools you can use, but I'm not sure how reliable they are because I don't use them, so it would be unfair for me to recommend one.
Okay, but essentially it's scanning and finding out. It's not like I can't go to Amazon and get a list of the best products. Can I do that?
Well, you can, but that's the opposite approach that we take.
Okay.
See, the way most people think about it is what you just said, Peter, which is where you would find the best-selling products and then source them. The problem is you can't get them because they're the best-selling products. Unless you're an authorized retailer, you're never going to get those products. So rather than figuring out what's hot and then try to get it, we reverse it and say, let's know what we can get first. And once we know what we can get, let's drill down and funnel down into knowing what on that list we have, we can sell. So if we're standing in Target, for example, or Target.com, we know anything on that website is available to us. The product is already sourced. So that's step 1, is finding that product. That's easy. The second is making sure that it's on Amazon. So step number 1 is finding it, and step number 2 is seeing if it's on Amazon. If it's on Amazon already, then we move on to step 3. If it's not on Amazon, we skip it. A lot of people don't like that. They say, well, but I want to sell a product that's not already being sold so I could be the only one. But just know that someone before us has already thought about this, and we want to sell what's already selling so we can make money quickly. So number 2 is double check if it's on Amazon. If it meets those 3, we go to steps 3 and 4, which is check the velocity. In other words, how fast is it selling? And that's what we use the Spy Rivals tool for. And number 4, what's the profitability? So what is our net profit after fees, shipping, Amazon fulfillment, the whole thing? That's number 4. If we can get, and our minimum goal is 15% return on a product monthly. So if we can find a product for, you round up to a big number. If we found a $100 item, our net profit after fees and shipping, we're looking for $115. So this way we net $15. If we sold a $10 item, we'd want to net $1.50. And if we can make 15% a month, which is, by the way, far better than the money in the bank, which is zero, right? Unless you have bank fees and then you're in the negative, then we're good. So we're looking for, we're going to find the product. So let's say Target, Walmart, Toys R Us, etc. Number 2, we're going to see if it's on Amazon. Number 3, we're going to check the velocity and see if it's already selling. Number 4, we're going to see if we can make it list 15%. Once we've done those 4, we buy the product, and then we send it off to Amazon for fulfillment.
Now, what is their fee, Amazon?
Their fees range anywhere from 15 to 30%, based on whether they're doing the fulfillment or you're doing the fulfillment. It's much better for a seller on Amazon to have Amazon do the fulfillment of the product, and I'll explain why in just a minute. But when I talk about the net profit, I don't really worry too much about the fees, because different products are going to have different fees based on the size, the weight, and the category. So as long as I know what my net profit is, and Spy Rivals also will give you that, it'll calculate the net profit for you, then I know I'm making 15% regardless of what Amazon's fees are. I'm netting 15%. Now, one of the things I want to mention is that there are now 80 million, I don't know if either of you are Amazon Prime buyers where you pay $99 for 2-day free shipping on Amazon. Are either of you Prime buyers?
No, and Adam, I know we're going to be right back after commercial, and we're going to
and we'll come back to that.
Okay.
All right.
Mission Valley Bank puts the community in community banking. They strive to be your most trusted bank. Mission Valley Bank is happy to sponsor KHTS Holiday Music. Happy holidays!
KHTS Holiday Music also brought to you by Chiquita Canyon.
From all of us at Chiquita Canyon, we'd like to wish you and your family a happy, prosperous holiday season. This year, Chiquita Canyon is proud to sponsor holiday music on your local hometown station, KHTS. Happy holidays.
Buying your home can sometimes be challenging. That's why Charlene Gill with CSMC Mortgage is your Santa Clarita mortgage expert. What's important to you is to secure a loan at the best possible rate, to have a professional guide you through the process, and to close on time. Charlene's 23 years of experience in the mortgage industry and her personal expert knowledge in the Santa Clarita Valley makes her your mortgage expert. Contact Charlene at hometownstation.com/Charlene. hometownstation.com/Charlene.
City of Hope is a leader in cancer research and treatment, and there's a City of Hope location right here in Santa Clarita, eliminating a major barrier in the fight against cancer: distance to quality care. Santa Clarita has the advantages of City of Hope's renowned clinical expertise, compassionate care, and access to clinical trials. Find out more at cityofhope.org/Santa Clarita or call 661-799-1999.
It's time to put the pedal to the metal. I'm Alan Taylor, host of The Drive, your source for all things auto. Broadcasting from the Peterson Automotive Museum every Saturday morning from 6 to 9 a.m. right here on KHTS. Brought to you by your friends at Galpin Motors.
Hey Dodgers fans, check out the KHTS website at hometownstation.com. Get the latest news and sports happenings in our Santa Clarita Valley. Find out more about KHTS shows and our on-air features, plus receive incredible discounts with our restaurant row certificates. That's hometownstation.com.
Hometown, your hometown station.
Welcome back. We have an excellent guest, Adam Ginsberg, and of course my lovely co-host, Patty. So we've been learning a lot, and Adam was just there asking about Prime. I'm not a Prime person on Amazon. Are you?
I am not a Prime. I've got family members who are Prime, and I need to probably get on that boat.
Well, it's a big boat.
Yes.
It's actually a cruise ship.
It's probably that big fancy cruise ship.
So, Adam, we're back with you, and you were just going over lastly about the fulfillment portion.
That's right. So I was asking if either of you were Amazon Prime buyers.
And we're not.
No,
okay.
We're not. Shamelessly.
That's okay. So an Amazon Prime buyer is someone who pays Amazon $99 a year for 2-day free shipping. And in 2014, just to give you a comparative, in 2014, there were 24 million Amazon Prime buyers in the United States. In 2017, there's 80 million.
Wow.
And the reason this is important is because an Amazon Prime buyer spends on average $3,200 a year on Amazon. A non-Prime buyer spends $1,000. So if I'm a seller, I want to target my products to the Prime buyers because they're spending a lot more money than the non-Prime buyers. The way that I get that Prime logo, so that as a buyer or somebody who sees that Prime logo on Amazon, the way that I get that logo as a seller is for Amazon to fulfill my products. So if I ship the product from my house to the customer, I don't get that logo. But if I ship my product to Amazon and they do the fulfillment, I get the logo. So by having Amazon do that work where you send them your products and they'll do the shipping and the customer service, you'll end up doing less work and make far more money.
Okay, so if I go into Bed and Bath and I see these amazing candles and they're all $2 and I buy a boatload of them and I ship them out to Amazon in a big box and I say, here, you're going to store these for me and you're going to ship them when someone buys it. If someone wants to return it, they go back to Amazon and they deal with it, so I'm not involved with that at all?
Correct.
Well, that's a beautiful thing right there.
It's a beautiful thing. So you can literally be at the Magic Castle having dinner and getting notifications on your phone saying Amazon has shipped the item you sold while you're at the Magic Castle, making enough money to now get dessert after dinner.
And pay for my Magic Castle dinner.
It's the only way you can pay for the dessert.
That's right.
And those desserts were good, let me tell you. We had a yummy creme brulee and chocolate molten cake. Anyways, I digress.
You'll have to work it off today.
Did you eat the cake? Because it'll still say you can't have your cake and eat it too, but I figured the only people who say that are the people that want to eat your cake.
Oh, I ate it. Believe you me, I ate it.
Well, there's no evidence anyway, so.
That's good.
It was good stuff. So this is really super exciting. We were talking off air about the Spy Rivals app. That's something that we would get from you. It's not on the App Store. So someone listening to this, you can't go onto the App Store and just get this app.
Right, and we said we're going to
put that on the Ask Brien.
Right, so you'll be able to get that there. So
yeah.
Adam, so you got these 6 steps. So now what?
Well, that is really the crux of the business, is the product sourcing piece. Now, you may not want to do the retail arbitrage, even though it's the easiest way to start. Some people want to do wholesale. They want to do private label, which means that they create a brand with their own name on it and advance the business and grow from there. But I think if people will start with this arbitrage process, because look, as simple as we say it is, the real way for someone to get confidence that they can do it is to do it, right? And so if you went into Target and you bought 3 of something, or you went and bought 6 candles from, Bath and Body Works and spent them up to Amazon, the first time one actually sells, you have a moment of clarity, like, I can't believe that just happened. Now, that was probably luck. Let me try that again. Then another one sells, and then you start to really recognize that there's product everywhere. And the business that we're in is about product sourcing. It's not about selling. It's about finding the right product that people already want. I'll give you an example. I was in the dollar store, and I found a product that cracks eggs. So you put the egg in the egg cracker, and the yolk goes to one side, and the white goes to the other. I think the yolk and the white. The yolk's the yellow, right? So the yellow goes to one side, and the white goes to the other side. And they're $2.50 at the dollar store. Now, that's a whole other conversation why they're not $1. But they're
that was my next question.
Right? And they're selling on Amazon for between $20 and $25.
Wow.
And so I show this to people, and I show them the products from Target and the candles. And look, there's some people that need to know everything before they know anything. And the problem is you can't know everything, so that's the perfect excuse to do nothing. And what happens is the start is the hardest part, because what I'm saying makes no sense. It's not logical. Why don't they just go into, this is the question people ask me all the time, why don't customers just go into Target? Why don't they just go into the dollar store? And the answer, after all the years I've been doing this, is very simple. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe people don't want to sit in the traffic. Maybe they don't want to park in the mall. Maybe the deal is not available. Some Targets don't sell the same things as other Targets. Or maybe it's not available at the dollar store. Or maybe they live in a remote area where there is no Target. Or maybe they're a Prime member and they just, 76% of the people buying online buy at Amazon. So maybe they just have their credit card on file. They like the one-click ordering. In other words, I can't explain human nature as to why people do what they do, but we have to one of the things we work on at the workshop, believe it or not, is just reprogramming the thought process that this is actually real. Because when I explain it to people, they say, well, it just doesn't make any sense. I understand there's a lot of things that don't make any sense.
I think people, you don't wake up and go, you know what, I'm going to go sell egg crackers today. That just doesn't happen.
True.
So they have to be open to not only product, but the idea of this in general, and be open to, I'm going to sell something that I may or may not use, but if someone else, if it's a demanded item, I'll sell whatever it takes to, make a sale.
Well, that's a good attitude. You're listening to KHTS. Now, Adam, I did have a question. So what about, if there's 10 million people selling this egg cracker on Amazon, how are they coming to me? And especially if I got it for $2.25 and it's selling for $25, do I need to sell it for $24.99? I mean, how am I going to sell it?
Yeah, so Peter, these are all great questions. What you'll find is that any product that you sell from this retail arbitrage product sourcing path will have anywhere from 1 to, say, 12 sellers. So there are never going to be thousands of sellers selling the same item on the same listing. This is not eBay. That's the first thing. The second thing is that only 15 to 18%, now this depends on category, but I'm generalizing, only 15 to 18% of the listings are Amazon Prime eligible, meaning over 80% of the items sold on Amazon are shipped by the merchant. That would mean you would buy it and you would ship it to the customer. So follow me on this. If the majority of the buyers are Prime, the majority of the sellers don't sell to the Prime buyers. So you know that 80-20 rule?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
On Amazon, 80% of the money goes to 20% of the sellers, to the 20% of the sellers that are letting Amazon do their fulfillment, because those folks are selling to the 80% of the buyers.
So it seems like a no-brainer that you've got to be, you got to let Amazon fulfill this, so you've got that Prime logo.
Yes.
I mean, that's
huge.
Yeah, that's very huge.
My first year, I didn't know that. I mean, we had a banner year in 2014, and in 2015, we more than doubled. And the thing that we did differently was we let Amazon fulfill. Same product, same business. But we let Amazon fulfill.
That's really huge. Let me ask you a question. To go back, you mentioned something at the early part of our conversation about you add your product to an existing listing.
That's right.
So help me understand what that means. I mean, if like I said, if I go to Bed and Bath and I find these candles for $2, how am I attaching it to another? Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the product. So let's use a very specific example. So Bath and Body Works sells a candle called Stress Relief, which almost everybody needs this time of the year. Okay. Have you seen the Stress Relief candle from Bath and Body Works?
I have, and I have the cream. There's a Stress Relief cream.
Great. So let's go with the candle
TMI.
for your
takes it twice as much.
Question. So the first step is find the product. We did that. We found the candle, and I'm going to say it's $8.95 because they're never $2, but sometimes they're $8.95. But they sell for between $20 and $25 on Amazon. Okay. So step number 1 is find the product. Step number 2 is see if it's on Amazon. So we've done that. Step number 3 is check the velocity. And here's what I can tell you about that candle. It sells about 7 units a day on Amazon. Okay? I only know this because we looked it up yesterday at an event we were doing. So that we're selling about 7 units a day. So it's a little over 200 candles a month are selling. Now, I like to be very conservative and say however many are selling, we're only going to buy 10% of them. Why is that? Because Peter just asked, what if there's other sellers selling it? So I'm not going to tell you, Peter, you're going to sell 200 out of the 200, but I'm confident you can sell 10 out of the 200. You know, it's almost like we're the anti-seminar company because we don't want to tell you anyone's going to make $42,000 next week, but you can make $112, not $1,000, right? So we're going to buy, let's say we buy 10 candles for $9 each, right? We bring those candles home, and now we need to list them for sale. Well, on Amazon, there's a catalog number specifically for that candle because it's already listed on it. You could go buy it right now. There's, I don't know, maybe a dozen sellers on that candle. You get the catalog number, and from your Amazon account, this is fairly simple to do, you just log in, and there's a button called Add a Product. And you type in that catalog number, and it says, how many do you have? You say, I have 10. You say, what are you selling it for? $19.95. Save. That's it. And now, instead of there being 12 sellers on that page, now there's 13, and you're number 13 out of the 13. Now, of those 12, maybe 2 or 3 are going to have the Prime logo. So the next question that people ask is, if there's 15, 12, 15, 18 sellers, how do I get mine to the top? Well, you don't have to worry about getting yours to the top if you're Prime because there's only 2 or 3 Prime anyway, and Prime always go to the top because Amazon does all the fulfillment, so they want to feature the products that they're fulfilling. So you automatically get featured in the listing as long as you're price competitive. Now, Peter, to your question, never, and this is a big taboo, never undercut the lowest price on Amazon because there's automated software. We're getting too advanced right now, but there's automated software that sellers use. If the product is $20 and you come in at $19.95, the moment you hit save, it's going to be $19.90 because someone's automated software will lower their price lower than yours. So what you want to do is match them, and then it won't lower them. And then what happens is, because Amazon rotates their Prime sellers, you'll get a share of those 200 sales every month. The biggest question people ask me, and I get it every single event, is, what if I don't sell all my inventory? What do I do? And it's interesting because that's the wrong question to ask. What really you should be asking is what happens, which is, what do I do after I've sold all my inventory? How do I get more? And that's why I like to start small and then grow it from there, because the more you do it, the better you're going to get anyway in terms of picking products to sell. Does that answer your question?
It did. I just want to quickly go back because I don't know if all the listeners got it. I wasn't getting it 100%. Why doesn't everybody just become a Prime person and have all 12? Why not?
Why don't some sellers send their product to Amazon for Amazon to fulfill it? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, well, because then they'd be a Prime, and then
yes,
you'd have 12 people.
I don't know.
So, do you know when you're figuring out the product? Do you know how many people are on Prime at the time? Because what if you found out that 10 out of 12 were on Prime?
10 out of 12 never are Prime. It's always a small number.
Interesting.
It's always a small number. Now, I can tell from the listing how many Prime there are, and all I would do is adjust my percentage. So let's say in your case, Peter, you're saying there's 10 sellers, and they're all Prime. And there's 200 selling a month. That means each seller, if you're all equal, because Amazon's going to rotate you through and give you an equal share, you're going to do about 20 units. All 10 sellers will do about 20 units if they're all Prime, in your example. But I told you to buy 10 candles, not 20.
So I should have no problem selling all my candles.
And what I don't want you to do is hold on to your inventory for 3 or 4 months. This is what I want. I want you to get the candles. And by the way, when you buy it for 10 and you sell it for 20, your net profit is 37%. Our minimum goal is 15%. So we're ahead of our projections. But if you do the math on what happens to your sales and your revenue, starting at whatever you start at, $100 in inventory, $500 in inventory, $5,000 in inventory, you do a 15% monthly on that, and you compound that over the next 12 to 14 months, it's extraordinary. But you have to be committed to reinvesting the money in inventory. And then anything over 15%, you can always pull out. But don't pull it out unless what you're going to do with it is going to make you more money than reinvesting it and buying more stuff.
So you had a good question earlier, and that is, what happens if when I sell all my product? So let's just say Bed and Bath no longer has these candles for $8.95.
That's right.
They're now $15. How do I?
That's right. That's the downside to retail arbitrage. So the downside is we're always looking for new product, always looking for the current deals, always looking for what's on clearance. I could buy 8 of these today. I can sell them tomorrow, but I can't get them now until next November. So the down to arbitrage, everything has an up and a down. The down to arbitrage is that you're constantly product sourcing. So, but the up is it's safe and risk-free. I mean, worst case scenario, if I bought the wrong 10 candles, I could bring them back. I mean, I can't lose. It's not like I can buy a stock and then my stock goes down and then I call Scottrade and say, listen, I really didn't mean to buy that. I know I'm down 32%, but if I could just get a refund, we can't do that.
Never mind.
So, never mind. So it's like I was talking to somebody and I said, look, we just bought a product that made 192% return in 2 days. I could have done that, or I could have done Bitcoin. Pick one. That's a whole other topic. But it's safe and it's risk-free. That's why I like to throw the Bitcoin buzzword in, right? But it's safe and it's risk-free. And so but you have to constantly be product sourcing. So the next step in the product sourcing evolution is on wholesale. Once you start to make some money and you start to learn the business, then you can go to trade shows, you can learn how to source and buy in bulk from wholesalers. And then when your products run low, you can just reorder by calling the wholesaler and getting another 20 or 30 or 50 or 100, however many you need. So that's the next step. But I think for most people listening, it's getting started that matters. And before you go buy 24 or 48, or you set up a business where you have to have a tax ID number to be able to get into a trade show, I'd rather you just go to Target and buy some stuff. Sell it next week. Go to Bath & Body Works and go to Bed Bath & Beyond. Go to Costco. Do that first, make some money, and then reinvest it and start to get a little bit more advanced.
Yeah, it's a great way for people to get their toe in the water, so to speak, and just get a flavor of this. And then after a while, when they see these sales happen, it's sort of, I would imagine, the momentum would begin to build and the excitement.
Correct.
And they just okay, I want to do this more. I'm going to find more product, or I'm going to go a little deeper with wholesale or whatever.
Let me give you a real example of a real student who he's at the top of our. So we publish a live leaderboard and it updates in real time.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but we're going to hold you. We're going to hold back for a minute, and when we get back from the break,
hold back because this is super exciting. So make sure everybody come back after the break.
Exactly, you got it.
Stay put.
You're a radio guy. All right.
Doing right starts right here. At Union Bank, community banking is at the heart of what we do. From giving customers more convenient access to their money to financing their homes here in the neighborhood, Union Bank believes in acting locally. We also believe that investing in local businesses helps everyone. For over 150 years, Union Bank has grown strong, one community at a time. We live here, we do business here, and we're here for you. Stop by your local branch today to experience the strength of community banking. There are 3 Union Bank branches conveniently located in the Santa Clarita and Antelope Valley area. To find your nearest branch, visit unionbank.com. Loan subject to credit and collateral approval. Financing available for collateral located in California, Oregon, and Washington. Fees and restrictions may apply. Terms and conditions subject to change. MUFG Union Bank N.A. member FDIC equal housing lender. Union Bank is a registered trademark and brand name of MUFG Union Bank N.A.
If you'd like to take your business up a notch, take a look at Elite Magazine.
Linda and Mo Hafizi, owners of our Valley's 2 leading magazines, the Magazine of Santa Clarita and Elite.
I'm so proud of Elite. It allows your advertisement to stand out. We distribute Elite to 50,000 homes and businesses. You'll find us in 1,900 local hotel rooms.
Discover how Elite Magazine can help your business. Call 294-4444.
Superior quality is second nature to us. Just ask our advertisers.
Fruit arranged like flowers? What a delicious idea! Edible Arrangements specializes in creating a variety of fresh fruit arrangements overflowing with fresh, hand-designed fruit and filled with strawberries, pineapple, grapes, cantaloupe, honeydew, and seasonal favorites. Made to order in a size you select and ready to eat and enjoy. You can even add chocolate to any arrangement. Edible Arrangements is always fresh, always appropriate, and always appreciated. Order yours today, 253-0052 or ediblearrangements.com. Edible Arrangements is on Soledad near Bouquet Canyon.
City of Hope is a leader in cancer research and treatment, and there's a City of Hope location right here in Santa Clarita, eliminating a major barrier in the fight against cancer: distance to quality care. Santa Clarita has the advantages of City of Hope's renowned clinical expertise, compassionate care, and access to clinical trials. Find out more at cityofhope.org/Santa Clarita or call 661-799-1999.
KHTS.
Welcome. We're back live on KHTS. Welcome. Happy holidays to everybody. We're back with my co-host, Patty, and Adam Ginsberg, the Amazon expert, and he was going over the leaderboard. So with further ado, Adam, go over the leaderboard and explain to people what that is. Since not everybody is, some people are turning on right now.
No worries. So one of the things we started doing was tracking the real lives. So we have this data mining tool, right? So when you work with us, we track your sales in real time, and we put them on a leaderboard. So people come to the class. They've never sold on Amazon before. And it's a way for us to be able to know what we're doing, whether it's working or not, and the real success. Because in the business I'm in, people post videos and testimonials, and it's all fake. So we want to have real people, and we want to see what they're doing. And we've done our students, 380 of them now, have done 6.2 million on Amazon in the last 90 days.
Wow.
And these are people that some of them, we got a couple folks that are at 35,000 in their first 90 days. But, that's not everybody, and there's no guarantee, and, we don't do the work for you, and I have to say that. But when somebody starts out...
Did your attorney tell you to say that?
My attorney, I got a great attorney. He tells me a lot of good things. But when somebody comes to a seminar, they say, what's realistic? Well, the first 30 days, we expect you to sell zero, which is opposite what you'd hear when you go to a seminar. And the reason is you have to get your Amazon account, you have to get some inventory, you have to learn how to do the shipping. If this is going to be a real business, then maybe you'll make 1 or 2 sales. But I want you to give me the first month as your setup phase. Then your second month, you start to get maybe 1 or 2 or 3 sales a day. So it's a gradual process. So we have some folks that started with us in August of 2016 named Stephen Cherry Fairbridge. Their first month, they sold 0, so they hit the goal. Their second month, they sold 500, which would have been September. August, they sold 0, September, 500. In October, they sold 3,000, and in November, they sold 7,000. So that was last year. This year, they've done 400,000 in the last 90 days.
Wow.
And their cumulative in 15 months is 785,000 from a business they were not in. They were at 0 15 months ago. So it doesn't mean everybody could be a millionaire doing this, but what they are doing is copying this exact strategy of they go to Target, they go to Toys R Us, they go to Walmart, they go to the stores, they do it online and in person, they buy and they sell. And they buy and they sell, and they reinvest their money in inventory. And, we're seeing it over and over. We've got, so many people over 100,000 in the last 12 months that had never done the business before. So, sometimes, I know there are some people who will say, Amazon isn't for me, maybe I shouldn't do it. But what we know for a fact is that the way we're teaching it works. It's undeniable now because we have too many people on this leaderboard that have proven that it works. They're human, we're human, so we know it works, and we just want to help as many people as we can make that happen. What I was thinking, Peter, if you wanted to, is I could give you a list of our upcoming workshop dates, because we're doing 50 of them in 2018, and you could just put them on the site, because it's nationwide, right? So I can just give them to you, and you can update it, and if people want to join us, then then we normally charge $99 to come to the class, but we'll give all of your listeners free tickets if they register through your site.
Wow.
Awesome.
To come to the class. So I'll give you the dates. We'll set up like a co-reg page, and if you need me to work with your guy in San Diego, I can. And then, so you know I was paying attention. And and then we'll give everybody, all the listeners from this show. We've never done that before, but we'll give all your listeners free complimentary tickets. They can even bring guests with them if they want as well.
That
sounds
really
cool.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
How much is the Spy Rival?
There's a monthly, there's an annual, there's a lifetime. Let's put that up on the site and let people decide how they want to do that. That's probably an easier thing to do.
Okay. Did I put you on the spot there or what?
No, that was good.
Wow, so much great information. It was just so packed full of great, super valuable information. I thank you so much, Adam, for joining us.
What do you think? So we talked about the best person you've had, and we talked about obviously people that never get started. So they're probably the ones that are not succeeding. But for people that actually follow this program, maybe they can spend, let's say, 3 to 4 hours a week because they're working, right? Maybe it's on a weekend. What do you think? A guesstimate, not an average, a guesstimate of what somebody can be making after 6 months?
Well, how about we say this, that if we have 400 people at a $6 million in sales, that's $15,000 on average per person. That includes the ones at the top and the ones at the bottom and the zeros that are just starting, and that's about $5,000 a month. So I think that it is realistic for somebody who follows the business to get to $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Let's say within 12 months, because I really want to be conservative. I don't want to make any promises or claims. I don't want to come back to me and say, I heard you on Peter's show and I only made $1,800 and so.
So you've listened to my legal advice in the past. I can see.
I'm coachable. I'll just leave it like that. I'm coachable.
We need to have you back, Adam. We need to have you back and spend another hour with you. Gosh, what great!
Well, there's so much stuff to do. Adam, you're going to give me all the information so we can post it. What is your next show? I know it's not in LA, but what is your next show?
First weekend in January in Orlando. Third weekend in January in Orlando. Again, we have an overwhelming response there. Fourth weekend in January in Houston, and then I can't think into February yet, but it'll be Fort Lauderdale. We're in the December, January, February, March. We go where it's warm. Then we're taking 150 of our students on a Norwegian cruise.
I'll be there.
An annual cruise that we do. You should come because they all need legal advice, and they all do. And and then in the non-summer months we'll hit. In the summer months we'll hit like Toronto, New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey. We'll go to the colder cities.